So just doing another update, I guess. I know yesterday's video was kind of heavy, so sorry about that. I guess I'm just trying to like stay accountable and stay honest about everything. Um, and like I said yesterday, like my mental and my physical health are so tied together. I don't really have physical health if my mental health is garbage. Or at least that's kind of the mentality I have right now. I don't know. Um, Today was a little bit better as far as like staying on top of things. I don't know if mentally I'm doing much better, but um, I did my reverse flies and I was able to do my 10 by 10, which felt really good. Um, just because I was kind of scared that after missing a week, I wasn't going to be able to do all 10 sets anymore. Um, but I was able to do the 10 sets of 10. Um, and actually, like, I tried to do some RDLs, but I only have 5 pound weights, so that doesn't really work because it was too light for me. Which I guess is like a good thing. Like, it's actually kind of encouraging to be like, oh, I actually can't do this exercise because the weight is too light. Um, so figuring out something else to do instead of that, I asked my brother, so hopefully he'll get back to me soon. Yeah, so I've kind of been trying to like keep looking inward and kind of trying to figure out why I just kind of hit these points where I feel like I can't do it anymore. Um, and I know some of it has just been like a conglomeration of things being really stressful in like my personal life, um, like real, IRL kind of stuff. Um, and then also just like this time of year is really tough because if there's not a lot of sunshine and all that, and like the days are getting longer, but we've had some storms and stuff, so like there hasn't been a whole lot of sunshine, and that definitely weighs on me. That does have an effect. Um, so all that fun and exciting stuff. Um, while I was away, I definitely like I did not watch what I ate like at all. I kind of just had whatever. Um, and kind of did the thing that I was worried about, though not to as big of a degree as I have in the past, where I eat something and then immediately feel guilty about it. Um, I definitely did that a few times. I, I didn't turn around and binge eat that stuff though, which I'd like to take as a small victory, because normally it's kind of like a spiral unto itself where I am like stressed out or emotional or, you know, sad or whatever, and I'll eat to try and feel better. And then I feel guilty about the things that I ate, and then I eat more, and then I feel guilty, and then I eat more, and then I feel guilty, and it's just like this. I'll like binge eat like a whole tub of ice cream or a whole bunch of pasta or, go out to eat with friends and just like demolish what's ever on my plate, even if it's a huge serving. Um, and then, of course, like I feel really bloated and like my stomach hurts, and because you just eat more technically than what your stomach can handle or is supposed to be able to handle. And yeah, it just like you have like this physical discomfort that adds to your guilt, and it just kind of makes you spiral. Um, and it sucks. It really really sucks. I don't know how else to explain it. Um, and while I did eat things that were not within like my I don't want to say like my meal plan, but I guess that's technically what it is. Like even though I was eating stuff that like wasn't technically inside that boundary of even my like modified paleo, I did feel guilty. And I definitely, I ate more than I should have, to be perfectly honest, but I didn't like sit there and binge stuff the way I normally would. Um, so, you know, small victories. I know in the grand scheme of things, it's like that's not much better, but I'll take the baby steps. Yeah, I'm back on plan now. I actually just ate dinner not that long ago. Um, I was just like some chicken and some roasted veggies and stuff. So I'm so sorry that I'm like itching constantly. I have allergy stuff on my hands, which I've talked about before. So my hands are itching real bad right now. um, yeah. So back on meal plan, and honestly, like I'm feeling, like physically, I'm feeling better with that. And I think it's pretty telling that the the second I start eating better, like my body just starts to feel better. So I think I had talked about before, mentioned in passing that I might stick to doing paleo after Lent is over. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Again, that like modified paleo where it's like the 80-20 rule, 80% of the time you stick to it really strict and then 20% of the time you kind of let yourself have whatever. Cuz honestly, like I feel better like physically. I can tell that I'm not as like bloated. Um I'm less like food lethargic, if that makes sense. Like I'm tired all the time. I'm not even pretend like I'm not. I am tired all the time. um but there's a difference between like I'm exhausted physically and emotionally from like the day that I had, and like I'm really sleepy because I just ate like a really heavy meal, or like a meal that's like really dense in like carbs and all that kind of stuff. Um and I have less of the like food coma sleepy, which when I'm tired all the time, anything that helps me be less tired all the time is definitely positive. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. Um, yeah, so I'm almost out of the food that I meal prepped, so I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store soon and pick some more stuff to meal prep. I'm not sure what I'll have. I might make like some variation on soup or something. I'm not sure. It'll depend on what's all there and what I can budget out. So, because that's the other part of this is trying to eat healthy on a budget. Although weirdly enough, this is kind of a side tangent, but like people talk about how expensive it is to like buy groceries and stuff, but like and people say like, oh, it's just as expensive to like buy groceries as it is to eat out. Eating out is really expensive. Like if I go out, you figure like you go out even for fast food, like most places now you're spending a minimum of like $15 for one meal. And I'm pretty good at budgeting. I'm not like the best. I'm not like a extreme couponer or anything. Excuse me, extreme couponer or anything. Um, but like I'm pretty good at budgeting, and I can make like a meal that'll last me. Like I can get stuff together and I can make stuff that'll last me like 3 or 4 days on $15. Um, and again, it's not perfect, and I know some people don't want the same thing every day, but like when you're in that situation, you make it work. So I don't know. It's kind of a random tangent. It doesn't have to do with anything, but um, yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm obviously going to take the weekend off. I shouldn't say obviously. I'm going to take the weekend off and then try and start fresh again on Monday. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm sorry that I disappeared for a week and then I come back and it's just kind of like Debbie Downer time, but I'm trying to like get back into a better headspace and I'm trying to set myself back on the or the train tracks here. So um, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're achieving whatever your goals are. I love you. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourself. Bye.